101 Days of Prosperity and Abundance Principles by BlackDadGuru.com. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 1. The most successful people seem to have many things in common: drive, vision, focus, but most of all, resilience in the face of multiple failures. Prosperity is your birthright, but is not guaranteed to anyone except through honest effort. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 2. The biggest threat to your prosperity is thinking that abundance is limited. The belief that by giving to others will somehow stop you from receiving what is yours, or that others can somehow stop your supply. This is a fundamental flaw in thought, primarily because it shows a lack of understanding on how the universe works. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 3. Although you will undoubtedly enjoy your successes the greatest, it is in your failures that you will surely learn the most. If you can pack away your ego during these necessary times of self-examination, you may in time actually look forward to the opportunities for growth that failure affords. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 4. A prey is most frightened by something it knows is its predator. Likewise, people most threatened by your prosperity are those that feel by your gain that they will lose. Know that what is for you, and what is for them is for them. Pay no mind to anything or anyone that wants you to feel less empowered, less abundant, and less prosperous. Your greatest allies are those that see your value in what and who you are, not what you can become for them. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 5. Sometimes we are so focused on finding that shooting star that we fail to see the brilliance of the million stars right in front of us. Remember, your ordinary is extraordinary because there is only one of you. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 6. As you grow in your ability to visualize and then actualize what you want out of life, those who depended on your energy to fuel their ego will seek to block your way. At first, they will attempt to trick you into self-doubt. The trickery then turns to aggressive discouragement. Finally, realizing that you have found a new source of abundance, your inner strength and personal direct connection to the all, they will beg for a return to what once was, until eventually realizing you will not and cannot be a slave anymore. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 7. A prosperity mindset is not spiritual materialism or material spiritualism. Instead, it's rooted in the understanding that you already have everything that you need, and that abundance only awaits on you to unlock it. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 8. It only requires a small spark to start a large fire. Add enough fuel and oxygen, and you will have an inferno on your hands. Find your spark, your passion, your fuel, your vision, and your oxygen, your purpose, and you will have no choice but to find your prosperity and abundance. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 9. Visualization is good. Actualization is better. Realization is the goal. Faith without action is just a dream. Action must be taken in order to realize any goal. Preparation must precede action. Dreams are wonderful, but to live your dream is even better. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 10. Time is limited. To work is to put effort into something in order to achieve an aim. To have a job is to have an aim to achieve. So if you are constantly working on a job that has an aim that is not attached to your purpose, prosperity, and abundance, it is very likely you will never be happy. Stop trading your time for money and instead invest your time into your purpose. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 11. Negativity is a disease. Its symptoms are disbelief in self, but its underlying cause is fear. There are many quick fixes, but only one cure: belief. Belief in your own uniqueness, completeness, and greatness. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 12. Be prepared to change mission. If the conditions change, although the war may still rage and the battle is still hot, a good soldier responds accordingly in the best interest of the overall objective. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 13. Have more than enough to meet your own needs? Have more than enough to help others meet their needs? Have freedom to choose your own path? Good health? Positive growth mindset? If yes to all, then your possibilities are limitless. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 14. No one can become an expert without gaining both knowledge and experience. Our personal prosperity also requires education, self-education. Only you can tap into your personal source of prosperity and abundance that comes from your unique gifts and talents. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 15. Until you can look in the mirror, deep into the eyes of self, and say, I am enough, I am abundant, and I am complete, then you have not fully embraced who you really are and what you have to offer to the world. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 16. Being seen and heard is a risk. Yes, but if what you have to say or show is of value, there may be someone that needs to see it or hear it more than you have the need to hide it. Build a platform to raise awareness to what you want to be seen or say. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 17. To build, you need a clean and flat foundation. To plant, you need to first clear your plot to let the things you want to grow take root and thrive. Identify what is getting in your way of building and growing, and clear it away. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 18. Your purpose is not stagnant, not constant, and not unchangeable. It is dynamic, malleable, and responsive to self and its needs. But one thing is for sure, nobody can determine your purpose better than you. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 19. Poor people live their life unprepared, without care for the future, while those that are wealthy take time to prepare with an eye on the future they wish to enjoy. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 20. Remove your burden. If you know something feels as if it will be a weight off your shoulder and you do not remove it, it's called an attachment. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 21. The reason things go dark may just be because you have walked into the shade. The key is, you still have the ability to walk. Prosperity is not always about being in the light. It is also about having the sight to see the positives in the conditions you are in. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 22. Assets put money in your pocket. Liabilities take money from your pocket. The rich person has assets that yield income, while the middle class person has a job that yields income, that yields liabilities, that yields expenses. The poor person has a job that only yields income, that yields expenses. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 23. Prosperity is not fleeting. It has a lasting impact and a legacy of gain without the need to subtract from someone or something else. If what you feel will make you prosperous does not have the potential for service after its initial arrival, then possibly it is best labeled something else. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 24. No ambition inevitably equals no drive. No drive inevitably equals no forward movement. Identify an ambition that matches your natural skills and talents as a source of your prosperity. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 25. Change and growth go hand in hand. To change is to grow, and to grow is to change. Change your mindset, and growth is inevitable in the direction you focus on. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 26. It's no coincidence that the things that hold the most value to us are those things or services that people feel have the potential to improve our lives. Identify what unique talent, skills, or gifts you have that can help improve other people's lives, and you will automatically have an additional source of wealth. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 27. Saying no is just as important as saying yes. Not every opportunity that comes your way is necessarily going to be right for you. Why? Your pathway to prosperity and abundance is not dependent on the pathway to prosperity and abundance of others, and vice versa. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 28. There is a big difference between being positively selfish, selfishly positive, and positively selfless. It's never a crime to put yourself first, as you can only give to others what you receive from yourself. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 29. Reciprocity is the act of recognizing that what you put out will eventually find its way back to you. No matter what others may bring to your table, feel confident in the knowledge that your output of prosperity will always return to you even more abundance than what you started with. And anything negative that is sent your way will return the direction it came. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 30. Live your life like a vessel, one that is empty to be filled, but also full to offer to the world. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 31. When you close your eyes and envision your dream life, what does it look like? Is it something in your reach? Nature shows that the best fruit is always at the top of the tree. The question is, how willing and able are you to climb the heights needed to obtain it? Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 32. There are things you know or do that you were not taught, that other people are paying other people for right now. The price that other people put on your time is far less than the value that is inherent in the unique skills, attributes, talents, and gifts that are inherent within you. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 33. There is no job, person, relationship, or concept that requires you sacrifice your own physical or mental health and well-being that ultimately relates to you fulfilling your passion or purpose. That's an illusion based on attachments. The two cannot go hand in hand. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 34. Change your channel. What are you channeling? You are the ultimate controller of what energy you take in and put out into your universe. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 35. Children roll down hills and step in puddles. Dogs chase their tail and roll around in the grass. What do you do for the sheer exuberance of the experience? Whatever that is, whatever gives you that feeling of uncontrollable joy, find it and do it. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 36. Your value is limitless. Never let others who lack value in themselves ever detract from the value you see and know in yourself. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 37. I have an abundance of. Seriously, ask yourself this question. At this time in your life, what words complete the sentence for you? More importantly, what words would you want to complete the sentence for you? Accept that everything you have chosen and earned, both negatives and positives. And everything you want is also available to you right now. Choose wisely. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 38. No chain is ever broken on its own. If a lack of prosperity and abundance is holding you down, identify the chains that are binding you and break free. It may not happen right away, but if you put a plan in action, with time, you can be free. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 39. How balanced is your time between surviving and thriving? List 5 things you love to do which make you feel alive. A plant needs sunlight, water, oxygen, minerals, and space at the right levels. What are your top 5? In what amounts? And be real. Are you receiving and getting enough of them? Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 40. Each person is an individual and thus totally unique with gifts and talents that no one else in existence possesses in the exact same way. Tap into, then release and drink deeply of your own uniqueness to fully take part in the prosperity and abundance that is meant for you. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 41. Take a look at what you do for free, that which comes easy and intuitively, as a clue for what embodies your passions and purpose. What you do for pay is your job. What you do for free of your own will embodies your passion. What you do for free of your own will for others embodies your life vocation. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 42. Putting yourself in a position to receive prosperity and abundance is as valuable as gaining instantaneously or reaping the rewards of any investment in time. Positive investments have a multiplying effect. The more you invest, the greater the momentum for the investment to release its value. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 43. Given the same material, two people can accomplish vastly different things. Given the same situation, two people can see two totally different perspectives, opportunities, or problems. Is the rope that you have been provided with used to tie you down or let you climb? Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 44. Partner, teammate, ally, informant, or neutral party. On the journey towards achieving your prosperity and receiving abundantly, the wise need to recognize the value in all of the above. One key lies in the ability to utilize the help that any of these unitary parties can give, without the barrier of an ego to prevent your gain. Prosperity and Abundance Principles. The Wealth Building Cycle. Day 45. Step 1. Education. Education in a skill, service that links to your interests, passions, and purpose is the foundation of the cycle of building wealth. Step 2. Earn. Having a tradable skill, service, asset allows you to earn mediums of exchange, currency, that act as the prime movers in the cycle of building wealth. Step 3. Save. Saving, particularly through the mechanism of compound interest, acts as the building blocks of your wealth cycle. Step 4. Invest. Invest long-term and as early as possible in assets like property, shares, stocks, which will act as the multiplier to your savings. Step 5. Entrepreneurship. Whether small, medium, or large, every business you own takes you one step closer to freeing yourself from the employee, job, employer cycle. Step 6. Give. Return your abundance into the cycle of prosperity in an act of reciprocity. Prosperity and Abundance Principle. Day 46. Our jobs get our full-time while our families get our part-time. Other people's missions get our full-time while our own mission gets our part-time. Our needs get our full-time while our dreams get our part-time. Time is precious, so prioritize what you allocate your full-time and part-time to. Prosperity and Abundance Principle. Day 47. We can change that which we control. We can only complain about what we do not control. Power means the ability to not just influence a thing, but to change it at will. Education, social infrastructure, lifestyle, health, empowering our children to have full control over their futures requires nothing less than facilitating their full economic independence and access to generational wealth. Prosperity and Abundance Principle. Day 48. Your partner in both business and life will be one of the biggest influences to whether you will experience stable growth, rapid growth, or even possibly decay. The reason why is that a partner will be stimulated by your choices, and the effect will be either constructive oscillation, resulting in resonance, or destructive oscillation, resulting in system entropy. Prosperity and Abundance Principle. Day 49. The most successful hurdlers have mastery of their stride pattern. It allows them to move forward in a rhythmic fashion despite the obstacles in their way. If you are an expert at your game, a status claimed after much training and practice, you can sail over obstacles with not just ease, but also style and class. Prosperity and Abundance Principle. Day 50. In ancient societies, a family's cattle represented their wealth. Cattle provided food, clothing, and a tradable resource. More food and clothing equaled larger family, which in turn meant more labor to further their growth. Accumulation of assets that either provide for you and your family or can be traded as capital is supremely important to long-term wealth building. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 51. Earn, a method by which you attract currency on a consistent basis. Save, a method by which the currency you have attracted is stored for future use. Invest, a method by which the currency you have stored can multiply passively. Entrepreneurship, a method by which the currency you hold in the form of skills, talents, or knowledge can be transferred into one of the energy systems above. Give, a method by which the law of reciprocity can be adhered to in order to maximize prosperity of the one, uppercase, and not the one, lowercase. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 52. A seed needs time. With time, you can harvest. This is Jay Morrison of Credit to Cash Business Funding, the Jay Morrison Academy's approach to wealth building through entrepreneurship. The only way your idea, your seed, will grow is if you invest the time into it, so as to eventually reap the harvest fruits. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 53. Observe. It is easy to find a sports coach, a life coach, a tutor in science, maths, English, a pastor, etc. But try to find a mentor to help you make money. This is a much more difficult task. Why? Wealth and the knowledge of the means towards it is the biggest threat to the status quo than all other things. If we want to change our reality and that of future generations, we must teach them to regain the principles to wealth building that were stolen and hidden from us. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 54. The things you want the most and that will make the greatest difference to your life in a positive manner will require the most effort, consistency, and above all, humility in order to achieve. You can never get something for nothing, so those things that are the most valuable often take the most time and effort to obtain. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 55. Learn to welcome the situation in your life that don't meet your expectations or don't go the way you want. These are great learning experiences, but they require a mindset of growth rather than one of pessimism. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 56. It's not what you do sometimes that will have the greatest impacts in your life. It is the things you do all the time on a consistent and regular basis, even if they are just tiny actions. Even the greatest floods start with tiny raindrops. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 57. In traditional African societies, new couples are given cattle, like goats and cows, upon marriage. By empowering them with assets, the continuation of the long-term wealth and success of the community is guaranteed. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 58. You have no choice in deciding what you were. You cannot change it either, as who you were is already established. What is done is done. But you can change what and who you will become. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 59. What you have is what you need, what you can handle, and what you ask for at the very moment. So if you do not have enough, it is not because anyone has taken it from you. It's because you either did not ask for more, do not really need more, or are not prepared for more. It's impossible to get what you are not prepared to give. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 60. The rate of growth from conception to birth of a child is truly astounding, particularly when compared to the rate of growth we experience over the rest of our lifetime. Likewise, if your dream has life, purpose, and you nurture it correctly and effectively, it too will eventually burst into existence. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 61. These two principles are key. Number 1, small seeds can grow exponentially. Number 2, paradoxically, growth is cyclical. Increases in abundance require cycles of up and down. The Fibonacci number sequence shows these patterns exquisitely. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 62. It's the moments before your breakthrough that barriers appear to attempt to hold you back. Don't let up. That is the time to continue to push forward so that your goal can ultimately be accomplished. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 63. Never feel that by celebrating other people's success that you will undermine the potential for your own. Goodness, prosperity, abundance, wealth, etc. is not a limited finite resource. Why? Because for every human spirit, there is also a unique perspective on how something can be done or what someone may need, making an infinite number of innovations for any endeavor. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 64. Investing is the rich man's secret. Most of us spent our youth learning and doing everything under the sun except the principles and methods of investing. We want to learn how to keep fit, dress well, be educated, be spiritual, etc. But how much time do we spend learning how to make our money work for us? Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 65. The opposite of debt is not credit, it is asset. There is a saying that goes, swimming in debt. But what is the opposite to that? Simply put, don't jump in. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 66. Think of the wealthiest people you know. Guaranteed they will be either A. Entrepreneurs, business owners, B. Successful investors. C. Inheritors of one of the above. Guaranteed they will not be A. Employees. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 67. From the moment we are born, we begin to scribe etchings onto the pages of our lives and others. Consider deeply what your pages will be filled with and to whom you give the pen. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 68. Power yields influence. Influence yields change. If either influence or change is desired, the key then is to both understand and obtain power. Knowledge equals power. Wealth equals power. Energy equals power. Authority equals power. Knowledge plus wealth plus energy plus authority equals self-determination. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 69. The principles of wealth building are: earn, save, invest, entrepreneurship, give. The cycle repeats. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 70. The gift of hindsight can be transformed into foresight. Our schools will not prepare them for a future of financial independence, and neither will we if we do not know how ourselves. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 71. Sailing will not always be smooth. Navigate the choppy waters. Calm awaits you on the other side. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 72. Abundance means you have more than enough. It's only through investing time, effort, and resources that the eventual rewards of a harvest surplus to your individual needs can be reached. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 73. Abundance opposes deficiency. Full opposes empty. Addition opposes subtraction. Asset opposes liability. Harvest opposes drought. Open your vessel to both receive the things that will bring you prosperity and to remove that which will drain your abundance. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 74. Work is my biggest barrier to focusing on the most important jobs in my life. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 75. Being unsecure is the biggest contributor to being insecure. Quote by Dr. Ali Muhammad. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 76. Realize as quickly as possible that there are those people that will take you somewhere in life and others who will take you nowhere. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 77. As you rise, you become a target for those who doubt their self and see your ascent as a threat to their own complacency. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 78. Don't do everything else in your life, but live your dreams. Don't do everything else in life to make others' dreams come true, but yours. Surround yourself with people whose dream is to see your dream come true. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 79. Don't expect everyone to have the same passion or zeal for your purpose as you. We all have different comfort zones and action seasons. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 80. Know when you are sitting on something that may be worth its weight in gold. Sometimes you will have to leave a project or idea to let it reach its time. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 81. You may not be able to strike it rich or get your dream job yet, but at least do the things that make you happy and bring you joy. Surely you're worth that and deserve it. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 82. Preference does not denote perfection. No matter your rank on the preference list of others, always remember you are perfectly you. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 83. Staying rooted is important, but what's the sense of having deep roots if you don't ever let your crown grow and reach to the sky? Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 84. Some work hard to focus on your shortcomings rather than take ownership of their own deficiencies. Pay no attention and do your best to move away from their negative energy. The only mirror that matters is your own. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 85. Your energy allies are those that effortlessly feed you positive energy without a thought for their own gain. They are like gold. If you have them in your life, treasure them dearly. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 86. You can either let life push you aside to where others need you to be, or you can push it aside so you can get to where you want to be. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 87. Be grateful for every second you have, as it is a second someone else, somewhere else, didn't get the opportunity to have. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 88. Your savings will save you from life's challenging events, but it's your freedom fund that will free you from the daily rat race. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 89. You're bigger than that rat race that they want you to be tied down to. Your freedom is not dependent on a time of long service. Your value is not reflected in your paycheck or your position of employment. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 90. If you do today the same things you did yesterday, tomorrow will look the same as today. Quote by Anik Singhal. Yesterday can't be changed. Today, live life to the fullest. Tomorrow, possibilities are endless. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 91. Even when you find that which can make you fly, your vessel has to be open to receive it. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 92. Your happiness is dependent on how much of your time is spent fulfilling what makes you happy, compared to how much time is spent fulfilling what makes others happy. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 93. Any promises of prosperity and abundance with a source outside of your own self are bound to fail. Unless you tap into your personal inner source of that which makes you thrive and feel alive, all else will leave you feeling unfulfilled. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 94. Pay close attention to those places that bring about feelings of hope, joy, and feeling alive. In them exist things that resonate with your passion and purpose and can provide clues towards life's activities that help you fulfill them. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 95. Time spent dreaming is worth multiple hours of routine. Always give yourself time to dream. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 96. When it comes to your financial parachute, remember your savings are like a parachute. Definitely needed to save you in case of an emergency. But your freedom fund is your wings. It's there to help you fly towards your dreams. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 97. Opportunity is the enemy of oppression. Quote by Dr. Umar Johnson. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 98. Abundance is not a financial strategy. It is a spiritual philosophy based on the understanding that creation is naturally a cycle of giving and receiving. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 99. While wealth can be built with the help of money, true wealth is about freedom and abundance. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 100. A growth abundance mindset will attract more. Always take time to declutter and simplify. New gains require space that the old matters. Physical, emotional, material in your life may be taken up. Prosperity and Abundance Principle, Day 101. A practical exercise. On a blank white sheet of paper in landscape orientation, draw 3 lines from top to bottom, all evenly spread apart. The middle line represents your horizon. The left line, your present. The right line, your future. In this order, on the middle line, write in 3 things you want to leave behind as you pass them on the horizon. On the line to the right of the paper, write in 3 things that leaving these things behind will bring into your life. On the line to the most left, write in 3 things that are keeping you from traveling over this horizon. Now visualize and then actualize yourself moving over this horizon and bringing this future into existence. Save this paper. As the left line barriers begin to remove, which they will, cross them out. As you cross the horizon, cross out the things that you have left behind. As your future then becomes your present, circle those things on the right line and give thanks. When all 3 future goals have been accomplished, start the process again. "101 Days of Prosperity and Abundance Principles" by BlackDadGuru.com.